Experience Cruiser, vegan. And he's an author, and he's a teacher, and he's a spoken word poet, and he's a funny man, as most of you know. Let me bring Blair out here for you.
Thank you very much. My name's Blair, and yep, I've been on the cruise 15 years. So who has any observations, thoughts, oddities, or observations?
Sunburn.
Say it again?
Sunburn.
Sunburn. I need something a little more cutting edge and far out.
What doctors aren't allowed to say.
What doctors aren't allowed to say. The seeker was the poet, but the doctor was the thug, and in between the master, the doctor was not love. The doctor was not Colin, not Campbell was his name, because the doctors, what they cannot say drives those people so insane. The doctors have the money, and the money have the cash. The doctors on this cruise are skinny and not fat. But the doctors often lie, and the doctors are not dead, are often dead, and the doctors are often liars and not so well read. So the doctors speak of love songs, but love songs often hate, but the doctors are sort of binded and their money just has to wait. So the secret is the lawyer, but the person is the thug, because the doctors cannot say, because you people are simply love. Democratic debate. No, in a second. Who has something? Climate from the young kids. And you're how old? How old are you guys? 8 and 11 in heaven in the cash. The globe is sort of melting. 8 and 11 must last. They must last and stop and wonder, because the world was sort of green, but Michael Clapper's lecture made me feel sort of green, sort of missing, sort of 8 and 11, save the sort of planet so we all go to heaven. So the secret was the vegan, but the hip hop was the stars, and these kids are sort of magic and they don't deserve these scars. So send me a love song from the south side of France. Send me a song from China so we dance. But the world is sort of melting and the kids are sort of cool. Global warming is never taught in public school. Who has something in, and you can be a little bit pushy.
Color orange.
Who?
The color orange.
Oh, God.
Open relationships.
What is it?
Open relationships.
Say it again.
Open relationships.
What'd you say? Factory farms. I was a farm and I was a fish, and I was a cat and a dog, and I was a turtle in a farm. But this poem's from a hog, this poem's from a horse that's unable to say. Factory farms are sort of outdated, but we're still in this day. So life is like a love song, but the love song isn't missing. And I saw 2 cows and 2 pigs, they were severely just kissing. So in between the magic, the farms are sort of outdated, and the people consume this food, and it's so overrated. So the farm speaks of money, but money speaks of cash, and the children aren't learning, and this poem goes too fast. So the farm is sort of lonely, and the fish is sort of dying, and this poem is so outdated, and the world is simply crying. So the farms speak of money, and money speaks of cash. Factory farms need to disappear so we can start living with less gas. Feel free to push me if you got anything something politically correct that you're not allowed to say at work that I'm allowed to say. Who? Boris Johnson and Donald Trump. Similar mood swings and similar hair, similar diets. It seems they don't care. A conservative and a liberal and a Christian and a Jew. Boris Johnson and Donald Trump. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your Lonian fee to steal all this money and it's full of greed. The unions speak of wonder. Conservatives speak of cash. Liberals do these poems and they talk too fast. So the hair is sort of outdated and the gut is sort of long. Boris Johnson and Donald Trump, it's just not a poem, it's not a song. It's a feeling, it's the earth, it's the moon and the sky. After this poem, I'm probably going to cry. Something you can't say at work, something you observe this week, something you're going to deal with when you go home. When I go home, I sort of become a food police, and you start observing things, and you go, I can't believe this. Or actually, you go do these things. You go, I can't believe it when I'm cruise and I'm eating this. So any observations or cutting edge? Couple more.
Coronavirus.
Rainbow.
How are you going to be a vegan? Really? And I work with young kids, and I'm going to do this sort of like from the spirit of a young person. The violets speak of wonder, but the cell phone speaks of air, and the food machine at the school helps me perfectly not care. The commercials speak of wonder, and vegan speaks of books, but these kids, sometimes they're so outdated, it's the way these words often look. These words speak of vegan, the earth speaks of air, but how am I going to be a vegan and be more aware? How am I going to preach and teach and care? I'm going to be a vegan as a fetus, and I'm going to show the planet that I care. I'm going to carry my lunch to a school with greens. I'm going to talk about beautiful, beautiful things. No guns, no ammo, no hate, no war. How am I going to be a vegan when everyone keeps score? The bacon and the hot chips and the candy and the gum. Simply, how am I going to be a vegan? You're going to have a long life and have fun. Two more, but push me. Anyone?
Puerto Rico.
What?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Keep going. No more politics. I think
Rainbows.
rainbows. You're delightful with your spirit and your vegan hair. You're so blessed and so kind. It's the rainbow that you share. You grow greens and you grow books and you grow style and you got grace. You got a rainbow written all over a child's face. Rainbows don't speak of anger. It's about an adversarial phone. Rainbows speak of dreams. Get off your damn phone. So the secret is a rainbow, but the rainbow is the food, but everyone's too busy and too unable to move, too busy, too jacked up on caffeine and coke and hot chips and dreams. A rainbow is hope. A rainbow has no hatred, and life has such grace. May a rainbow never disappear on the human race. One more, who has something for me? Something. What'd you say? Animal liberation and how? I was reincarnated as a dog and a cat. I was a woman, now I'm a boy who likes to rap. The reincarnation of a dog and a frog and a pig and a person and even a log. So the trees in the forest seem from the past. You have to be reincarnated and how animals last. Animal is a fish, it's a dog and a rat, and a bee and a person, and a man that could rap. So you're reincarnated to the wonder of the past, but we have to stop reincarnating so we can live a little more class. So a class speaks of an animal with a soul in its rhyme, a reincarnated animal, and a world that looks fine. One more and then I'll be quiet, and the next guy's up, a cool magician.
Social media.
What? Social media, give me an angle.
Facebook.
About like good or bad? I was addicted, I had a cell phone. I was alone on a cruise. I had a TV in my room, and I watched the news. So the media is sort of flatulent, and flatulent is air because the media won't tell you anything but despair. So your Snapchat and your Instagram and your Facebook and death, people are sort of good, so the media is not left. So think about your wonder, think about your class, think about these kids and the people that fast. They fast because they wonder. Social media doesn't care. This is the end of my poem. I love you, Mr. Blair.